Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Mason. Welcome back to the channel. Now, before the video starts, I want to let you guys know that I'm going to be streaming over on caffeine.tv from now on. So if you guys do want to watch the streams, definitely go drop a follow. Link will be in the description. That'd be much appreciated, guys. I'm going to start streaming pretty much every single day on there. So if you guys are interested in that, like I said, go drop a follow and let's get right into the video, baby. Today, we're just going to be going over some settings. I know a lot of you guys have been asking me, hey man, what are your Warzone settings? Please make another video. And I've made literally so many settings videos, but guys, this is going to be the final settings video. I said that in my last one, but I'll probably make another one. Now, if you guys do not know, I do have 685 wins and over 19,400 kills with a 4.52 KD. So I'm pretty sure my settings are pretty good. Let me know if it works for you guys. If they don't, let me know. I'll change it maybe. Now, again, before I start going over all the settings, I do use a Battle Beaver controller. I have two paddles on the back, or two buttons, and one control freak on the right stick. It's the Inferno control freak. And I also have stick tension in my right stick, which means it's a little bit harder to push and pull, so it gets you that, better tracking. Now that we got all that out of the way, let's hop right into the button layout. So I do use stick and move flip, which means I shoot with my bumpers, and I also jump while clicking on my right stick. Now, a lot of people wonder why I do this, even though I do have buttons on the back of my controller, and it's honestly just preference. I like having my movement all on the right side of the controller because I can slide with my back button right here. That would be my slide button, and then clicking down on my stick would be my jump. I've been playing stick and move since Black Ops 3, and honestly, I can't not play on stick and move anymore. And then I also have digital triggers on my controller. As you can see, I'm clicking them down right now, and they don't go all the way down. It's like a little tap. It's like a little mouse click. So a lot of people ask me why I do not use triggers, because it's pretty much the same exact thing as the bumpers. And the only thing I can say is that it's comfortable for me. I like shooting with the bumpers. I've always played shooting with the bumpers. The triggers I might switch sometime. Don't think about it anytime soon, just because I'm comfortable playing with it. If it works, don't change it. You know what I'm saying? Stick layout and inverted look is default and disabled. I don't really change any of these. You'd be pretty freaking weird if you played on something other than default. Honestly, inverted look is mean you look down when you look up. So also disable. Now on to the dead zone. A lot of people have been wishy-washy on what the best dead zone is, and honestly, it's preference again, and also up to your controller. If you have a pretty new controller and there's no stick drift, I would honestly go down to like 0.03 or maybe even 0.02, just so you can get those fine adjustments in your controller. But for me, I love playing on the 0.05, which is the default. I played with this since the beginning of the game. I don't want to change it. And plus, with this stick tension in my right stick, it's a lot more smooth to be able to lock onto people. So I do enjoy playing on 0.05. Sometimes I might go to 0.04, but I usually stick around 0.05. Now for my horizontal and vertical, a lot of people are really weirded out about my sensitivity, and I kind of get it, because this is very weird. 8.5, like a 5 vertical and an 8 horizontal, like that's pretty weird. Now the reason why I play on an 8.5 is because 5, it's super easy to control the recoil, because you barely have to pull down on your stick and it will, control the recoil. And I play on 8 because I need to be able to turn faster, and then a 0.75 ADS sensitivity. I play on a 0.75, so when I'm on those long distance gunfights and I need to be able to shoot them pretty accurately, 0.75 is really good, so I can just lock onto them, barely move my stick, and it will kill them pretty easily. But the only bad thing about this is playing on a high sensitivity and a low zoom. The low zoom is going to be super slow when you ADS, so you have to have really good centering. If you guys do not know what centering is, it's basically when you look at somebody and before you aim in, the dot on your screen is already on their body. Once that happens, you're able to aim down sight. Your crosshairs will already be on top of them, so the 0.75 comes in handy, because if you don't move your stick that much, or if you do move your stick much, it's barely going to move because you're on a 0.75 ADS sensitivity. Now, I also use that with my snipers, the high zoom, 0.75. Next up is the aim response curve. I do use dynamic. I have tried linear and standard before. Linear is like direct input. Standard, it's a little bit slow to fast. And then dynamic is a little bit faster speed up time, if that makes any sense. People say that dynamic gives you a little bit more aim assist, which I don't really know if that's true or not. But, I like dynamic. I'm comfortable with it. Everybody pretty much uses dynamic now. Even all the pro players have actually changed over to dynamic from standard. I think there's only about 5 or 6 players that are still on standard. Another weird option that I have is controller vibration. I keep this on. I don't know, I've turned it off before. People say it messes with your aim when it's on. I turned it off before and I can't play without it. I have to have vibration on in my controller. It's a lot easier for me. It's also like another warning, because if you get shot, your controller vibrates. So if my controller vibrates and I get shot, then I know somebody's shooting at me. It's like an extra little, alert. Aim assist, I do play on standard. A lot of people play on focusing because let's just say if you use focusing, you're probably not going to miss a ton of shots if you're already aiming on them. So focusing is pretty good, but I just enjoy standard because, I don't want to change up much. Everything else is pretty standard except for use reload behavior. I use contextual tap, but pretty much everybody uses contextual tap now, which, makes a lot of sense because you can just pick up guns by clicking X or square. Another good option to have is tap to slide. This makes you be able to slide cancel really fast. So if you guys do want your movement to be a little bit faster and a little bit better, definitely put on tap to slide. Another big one is the vehicle camera recenter. If you do not know what this is, if you're driving and you're looking around and you take your thumb off the stick and it's just sitting in one place, it will automatically recenter to the front of the car, which is very annoying. I want to be able to look around when I'm driving, so I take that off. And then parachute auto deploy, I also turn this off just because when I want to go to Superstore and I'm going down really fast and I do not want the auto deploy to release because then people are going to get to the ground faster than me, so I just keep it off and I use auto deploy, or I don't use auto deploy. Brightness, keep it at 50%. Film grain, I turn that off. A lot of people say turn it on, but I turn it off just because I don't know if it's really that much of a difference, honestly. I don't think there's that much of a difference. Obviously turn the world motion blur off and the weapon motion blur off. Minimap shape, put this on square so you can see more on your map. Now we're in the audio tab. A lot of people think I'm really freaking weird because I play on a 15% master volume. Now I do have a Astro Mix amp right here, and I pretty much just change everything on here. I don't like it being too loud. I can hear pretty well still with it on 15%. And then music, I turn that off. Dialogue is at 100% and effects is at 100%. And I also play on boost high. Don't know if I said that or not. Now that's going to be pretty much it for all of the settings. Now I do play on console, if you guys do not know. I did play on PC before for about a month and I got off just because I like the feel of the PlayStation, I like the console, and also I could not record or stream while playing on my computer. So now one thing I want to say is that I do not like sharing my sensitivity settings because it is all preference. You guys need to find your sensitivity. You need to find what's best for you. You don't need to be using somebody else's sensitivity. Like I've been changing my sensitivity the entire game just because I don't think that I thought this was like super weird. I thought the A5.75 was the weirdest sensitivity ever, and it's pretty freaking weird, man. A lot of people are like, what in the hell, you know what I'm saying? So I played on 6.6 1.0 for a while, 7.7 1.0, and it just didn't feel comfortable, so I changed it back to 8.5, and I don't feel like I'm going to be changing this anytime soon. I've been playing on 8.5 pretty much since my last video that I made on settings. So find your sensitivity that fits best for you. I might come out with a video later on about, how to find the perfect sensitivity. If you guys want that, let me know as well in the comments down below. And yeah, that's been pretty much it. It's been Mason. I'll see you guys on the next one.